teaching you guys how to make a basic classic platform. You can change the character. To get up there, you have to use your skills on climbing up. Then you have to get there, and like you use arrow keys to move. You can customize anything, and there are no double jumps. Yeah. To add double jumps, you just have to do this. Yeah, repeat twice. So now, so you can double jump. Yeah. So firstly, you have to get out of this project, that project. Now delete the cat. Yes. Now paint a new sprite. Zoom in, then draw a square. That's all we are going to use. You can polish it as much as you like, but square is what we are using for now. Firstly, we can add the movement, but before that, make your square a little bigger. Make it to around this size. Okay. Now put when green flag is clicked forever, and then make two new variables. One called SX for the sprite only, and another called SY for the sprite only. Okay. Okay. Create SX and SY. Create last value, basically LV for the sprite only, and that's about it. Now put when flag is clicked forever, change, and then another change SX SY by minus only to the SX minus this space key pressed minus space key pressed. Now you have to do AOD, or you can just use the left right arrows. I like using left right arrows. Yeah, that right minus left. Afterwards change SY by -1. Now you should have a fully functional work system, but the thing wrong here is that the numbers don't change, so you have to set both of them to 0 in the top, SX and S. Now to make them seem very very smooth, you have to put SX up there times 0.9 and put SX here. Now if you test it out, you'll see that SX only goes up to there, and it should be smooth. Now we change X. Now you have to change X position by SX, and change after that change Y by SY. So you'll see that you can move now. Okay, so that's good. Now you can make a new sprite, and then draw a square, a big square. And now you can set this to any color you like. I like the original color. Then do that. Now go to 0 0 when flag is clicked. Yeah. Then make a new block called move in steps, or whatever you like. MIS. I like putting M. Then add a numeric input of S. Run without screen refresh. Now you put that right here. Then you do this. Repeat S times. Change X. Divide S and SX. And of course get these two away. Keep them right here. Afterwards, you can, before that you have to set IV to the X position. Yeah. And then after you change, yeah. Then if touching sprite 2, you can go to set X to IV. Now if you test this out, it will only work for the X. So duplicate this. Now put it underneath and put this to set IV to Y position and SX to SY. Change Y position by the same way. So basically SY divided by S. Change, and then at the end put this, and then set Y to IV. Then you have to set SY to 0, and at the end of the other one you have to set SX to 0. Yes. Now we make use of this by putting plus absolute and another absolute plus absolute of SY plus absolute of SX. Now we have to get our character to go to some position. So 0 and then -1 and not negative, actually 150. Okay, 15. Now if you test this out, it should do this. Now you might think, man, this is too slow, and that is what I'm thinking right now. So to fix that, you might have to do stuff here. I guess you move this there and move this here. This is the perfect value to change by. Okay. let's see, divided by s, we set x. Okay. Of course, make sure to layer this perfectly inside the repeat loop. Okay. Check if the block is run faster and refresh. Okay. Now change sy. Change. Okay. You guys might have to do something here, but for some unknown reason, I'll try and do this. I'll find the glitch and tell you guys. You have to do this. Put the set as x to 0 inside if then touching. Now it should be a lot more fast. To add jumping, you have to put when green flag is clicked. However, wait until and put not on the second one, space or up arrow. Because if you're using the arrow keys, up arrow. If you're using WASD, W or AD and space. Okay. Now put set sy to 12. The higher the number in sy, the higher jumps. Now, I think you might have noticed everything in the collisions is fixed. Okay, except for the double jump ability. Okay, to add double jump, you have to repeat this twice, so you can't go higher than 2 double jumps. Yeah, but that doesn't do anything. So, you have to make a new variable called is touching. You have to make a new variable called is touching with a question mark. Is touch in. Okay. If you think my spellings is wrong, you might be right because I don't know how to spell for this right only. Change is touching by 1. Then inside the y here, set y. After that, set is touching to 0. Specifically in the y. Now you have to put in the jumping scripts we made. You have to put if then is touching equals 0. So we set it to 0. Actually, no, we have to change it by -1, and you have to set it to 1. So it means it is correct, and you have to set it here to 0 if it is 1. So it should work now. You can do double jumps, but you can't do like 3. Now you have to hide all these variables. Then basically your game is complete. That's the end of this tutorial. And of course, you can polish your characters. You can change these characters and add animations. And you can just, if you want him to point in the direction, you can just put point in direction, and then put rotation style to left right, and then put a forever here. Then get this script, right key and stuff. Then you have to bring it all the way up to the script you just made in the when green flag is clicked. Forever point in direction, this. And for you guys to see that it's actually spinning, I'm going to make this circle, and I'm going to call it the eye, and then make the fill black with the outline of something like this color-ish. Okay, now I'm going to make another circle. After I place this right around here, I'm going to make another circle. Actually, don't make the fill black. Make the fill white. Make this is fill black with the outline of 1. Yeah, you have to make it with the outline of 0. Fill black. Now you have to get this there. Move this to the middle. Put this there. Fill this with black. Then you can go to edit mode and then make 2 points for each edge, and then delete the point in between those 2 points to make it look curved. So that's basically it. Now you have perfectly polished, perfectly good game. And because of the bitmap level, there are pixels, and this can hang on to those pixels. So if you make something like this, and you backward it, and then you go to this tool and do that, and then go to this tool and do that, and then you make it higher, and then you change the angle a little bit more, you will have a fully functional game. Let's say you don't know how to get up there. You can just jump, hang on, go to the top. Yay! And you can put it like... And that's it for this tutorial. Bye bye.